welcome back everyone to Tion Tarot for 2026. Happy New Year and thank you so much for joining us. If you are watching this on replay, feel free to comment throughout the live as if it is happening live, and we are very thankful to have you here. As for YouTube, a majority of our videos are on Cheyenne's channel. However, there are a few on mine. For instance, this one will be on my YouTube channel. I'm going to give it just a minute while I pull up the live here. It's going to be just a little bit before Cheyenne joins us, but no worries. She will be here whenever she can be here. She's just taking care of some personal stuff. Hey everyone. Hey Danielle. Hey Whitney. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Hey Erica. Glad to see you here. So we are just getting started. So an introduction for today's live is today we are doing our normal random divinations, our little random chat readings that we do. And also we are going to be providing, like I said, the random chat divinations. So I have tarot, I have playing cards, and I have a pendulum. With whatever Cheyenne has when she gets here, then we can just add those in. I'm just going to drop that comment into chat right now and pin it if it lets me. Hey M. Let's see. Let's see if it lets me pin. Ooh, it does. That's great. Hey Dawn. So, yep, you can just drop in a reading request, and I will do them in the order that they show up in the queue. You can request as many readings as you would like. There's no limit. You'll just have to select your divination, and then as of right now, I will just be doing the readings, but whenever Cheyenne joins, you would have to specify if you want a specific person to do the reading. I just threw out an @everyone tag because we had to switch the events, and so I'm not sure if the notifications for switching the events went through properly. But let me go ahead and sort of explain how tarot is going to work for 2026. We are no longer going to be doing the informational bits of our lives. We are going to combine the aspect from the informational lives where we went over the tarot partnership program in combination with doing our random chat readings. So this live today will encompass random chat readings and the first tarot partnership program for 2026. Somewhere throughout the live, a secret word will be said, and you will need that secret word if you want to sign up for the partnership. And we will be introducing the next partnership at the end of this live. After we finish all of the readings, towards the end of the live, I will do a last call for readings, and those will be when the last readings can come in. And then after that, I will let y'all know when the queue is closed. I will start doing the readings whenever we get one in. I just wanted to explain how the live is going to work. But hey, Carol. Hey, Brandy. You're not late at all. We're just getting started. Just explaining what the live is going to encompass, but you can check out our pinned message. Right now, we're just waiting for anybody to do any read requests, and I'll go ahead and do them. Danielle says, I'm excited to start the partnership. I am too. I'm really excited. If this is your first random chit chat live / tarot live that we're doing, you can talk about whatever witchy related or divination related in the chat. We kind of just chat and then do readings while we're chatting, and then at the end we'll go over the next partnership program. Carol says, tarot question, what can I do in January to help me heal? Thanks. So we'll start with that. And then we'll just go through the line. And like I said, Cheyenne will hop in shortly, but I'm just going to be going for now. Let's make sure they're all flipped over. Okay. How's everyone 2026 going? Did we set any goals? Are we keeping to any of the goals that we set? Do we have any divination goals coming up? And so forth. I see your read request, Erica. You're in the queue. I see your read request, Danielle. You're in the queue. Alright, well, we already have a card out. Okay, let me slide them over so we can see. Oh, there's actually 3. I thought that was 1. Well, these literally jumped out and were stacked literally like this over here, so much so that I literally thought it was 1 card. Okay. This is what we will be doing. So we have the Justice card, we have the Knight of Swords, we have the 5 of Pentacles, and we have the 10 of Pentacles. And let's reread Carol's question. What can she do in January to help her heal? All right. I'm going to give you an up-close view of the cards in just a second. All right. This is our Justice card. I'm going to make sure that the camera can see it. Here is our Knight of Swords. Here is our 5 of Pentacles. And here is our 10 of Pentacles. Alright, give me just a second to figure out exactly what I want to say here. Brandy says, I didn't set a New Year goal, but I do have a goal to read 40 books this year. Wow, that is a goal. I don't know if I could read 40 books, but I definitely have a goal to do more reading than I was doing. That is for darn sure. Dawn says, this is my first divination live. I'll watch for now. Can't wait to learn more. 4th day in 2026. Been a blah day, but can only continue to get better. Well, Dawn, since this is your first live, I'm just letting you know there is not any informational bits in this live. Just doing readings. And then at the end of the live, we'll be going over the Tarot Partnership Program, which is a program that we run where you are interactive with other members, completing lives. It is loads of fun, and there are a lot of ladies in the chat who have done the partnership program. Partnership program has been running for quite a long time, and it's going really well, I would say. I'm very excited to bring it back in 2026. Okay, so Carol, this is your reading, and you did say yes, me too, with the reading, so I'm assuming you're saying that your goal is to work on healing for January. And so, for healing, let's go through this. I would start with saying that understanding that what has happened is natural. It is bound to happen, and while it may not feel like you might feel like, why did this have to happen to me? Why do I have to go through this? Or I wish this could just not happen right now, something I could deal with later. I just want more time with these things. But it is natural. It is one of the few things in life people are guaranteed is death will happen. And so even though it is very unpleasant and it's very difficult and tough feelings, it is something that you have to, come to understand that it will happen. And with that, going into the Knight of Swords, you don't need to make really hasty decisions. You need to stick to what you were going with and move on from the situation, but not move on in a sense of just like running away from it. Allow yourself to work through and process your feelings. Allow yourself to feel your feelings that you're feeling without becoming either running away from them or really locking yourself down from them. You need to find a natural balance within your feelings and allow yourself to really be true to yourself and be honest with yourself. And whenever you do those things and you're actually honest with yourself and you really work through it in the way that you need to, you're going to start feeling that abundance in your life again. And you're going to start feeling whole, and like your family and your community will seem whole again, even though it doesn't mean you're forgetting or you're leaving anybody behind. You're just moving on with the reality that you have now. I hope that reading makes sense and resonates with you. I will wait before I present the next reading to hear your feedback, but I might go ahead and start getting it ready. Brandy says, I have faith in us with reading the books. I appreciate that. I will definitely be trying. I will definitely be trying to read as many as possible. All right, let me just go and see what the next reading in the queue is. Erica's. I'm fairly certain. Yes, it is. I'm just gonna like Carol's comment so I know I completed that reading. Okay. Ooh, sorry guys, I keep bumping the camera. Ooh, there's Cheyenne. So exciting. Let's add her, see if it's working. Oh my gosh, it said can't add guests due to technical errors. Facebook. Okay, we'll give it again. We'll give it a second again. I invited her. Maybe now Facebook will work. Facebook's usually kind of grumpy though. I'm trying to invite you, Cheyenne. Hopefully it will let us. Hey, Kimberly. We are just doing little random chat readings, trying to add Cheyenne, but Facebook hates us. They use. Oh my gosh. Why won't it let Cheyenne join? This is so frustrating. Okay, I guess we'll wait and see if it pops up again. I'm gonna do it like this. Almost just invited random people to host. That would have been awkward. Let me go out and come back in. Yeah, that's what I usually do if it's not working. I go out and then I come back in and then I request. Carol said, yes, it all made sense. I just feel like I wish it wasn't so heavy, but it is. I hope to find a way to move forward, but I won't ever leave this person behind. It all made sense, just rough. Yeah, I know that you probably weren't in like wanting to have a really heavy reading, especially over that topic, because I know it's very sensitive. But the cards just know what you need to hear, and sometimes what you need to hear isn't the light and easy stuff. Sometimes what you need to hear are the hard-hitting things that aren't really necessarily what you want to hear, if that makes sense. But I'm glad it at least resonated with you. Facebook better let Cheyenne get back in here, though. That's what I'm saying. So, playing cards we played on what deity? Okay, so Erica, I only do yes or no with the playing card readings. That's totally my bad. I didn't specify. But for playing cards and pendulum, I only do yes or no. So I will, I'm going to do your reading, but I'm going to do it with tarot cards. Carol said, no, the cards no. Tarot F1 is, yeah, it is honest. As Carol has gotten quite a few readings for me, and you know my cards don't be playing around. I'm always pretty serious about that. Ooh, Cheyenne is here. Let's bring her on the camera. Yep. Better work. I'm gonna beat Facebook up if it doesn't. Kimberly, as long as you don't word your question like a medical sense, then yeah, I can do it. But it can't be like medical advice. You have to just word it differently.
Hi, Sarah.
Hey, Cheyenne. Oh my gosh, it's let us in here. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to take a minute because I'm gonna have to fix the camera because the camera fucks us up. So.
Yep, I'm doing the same right now.
So there will be lots of movement, guys. But then we will get back to reading.
Bear with me because I gotta pull up my computer to see as well.
No worries. I do have my computer up, so I can read the comments. So there is at least that. I've only gotten one reading done. We do have a queue going, and I'm actually glad that you're here because that means you can do the deity reading because I really like your deity readings. Yeah, you can throw requests in the queue, and then you can also just chat about whatever. These lives are usually kind of chat heavy. Yeah, Kimberly, that question works. That's totally fine. You'll be in the queue whenever we end up getting down to your reading, but yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, it just has to not be worded like health or medical advice, and then it's all right. I'll do that one though because I don't know if Cheyenne does those readings.
Sorry, so.
No, you're good. You're good. Danielle says, "Hey Cheyenne." Erica says, "Hey Cheyenne." Carol says, "Hey Cheyenne." Carol says, "I haven't caught you guys in live in a while. Hope you're doing all right." This is M's first one that she's catching. live. Cheyenne says that work. Not Cheyenne. Sorry. Erica says that works. Whoopsies. Erica says that works. Yeah, sorry. I am like learning how to do playing card readings that aren't yes or no, but I am not confident enough to like provide them. Oh my gosh, the zoom is so bad. I always forget how bad it is. My camera is like 40 feet in the air right now.
Yeah, I know how you feel because it's the same way with me.
Yeah, like you guys are so tall in the air. I can't even read the comments on my phone.
That's why I have no choice but to use it on my computer.
Yeah, like if you guys ever wanted to know what doing dual lives are, they're work. That's what they are. Okay, I think that's maybe as good as we're gonna get it. I might angle like a tiny bit more. Ooh, just a little less, and that'll actually be pretty good. Whitney says it's her first one too. Brandy says hi.
Hello, hello.
I'm gonna grab my ultra tall chair to make my life easier.
You're A-okay. I'm trying to read down through the comments.
Okay, got my super extra tall chair now. My life will be easier.
I would have
And
been
so
down sooner, but my dad decided while I was gathering up my stuff to come downstairs was the grand idea to start vacuuming upstairs.
dang. Em says I'm so nervous for some reason. And then does her reading request. It sounds like a good reading. We'll definitely do it. Brandy said I shouldn't diverge this info, but I used to talk radio live and totally understand. That is so cool. Jealous of Brandy.
Oh, M.
I
Okay, M's the one that wants a debut read. Okay.
No, we are at Erica's read. Erica's a deity read, and her reading is what deities or deity that I need to focus on for this new year.
Where the hell did I miss that? I mean, yeah, I
I'm
saw
way up
that.
top. I have my computer stopped at the top of the queue, and I read the new messages on my phone, and I have it like I have all their comments in order on the computer.
I thought I had all of their comments in order.
The only reading we have done so far is Carol's reading, because obviously by myself I read much slower. So yeah, we're up pretty far.
I only see a handful of comments, so that doesn't help any.
Well, I can read them to you if you want. Like with the reads up top. Obviously you can see the new comments.
Like, okay, so the first comment I see is, with Tarot, what can I expect for this new year?
Oh, okay, yeah. It's literally one comment before that is Erica's reading.
Oh, okay, well, I can't see that comment, apparently. It
That's
doesn't
okay.
allow me to.
That's okay. The comment just says, what deity or deities that I need to focus on for this new year, and it's for Erica.
Alright, I will use that one. Now that my computer wants to be picky.
Brandy says, no, don't be. It was some of my earlier days of path work, and there may or may not be some random bad info out there that I don't believe in anymore. Well, that's okay. Not that I just mean like the experience of being able to talk on the radio sounds pretty stinking cool, if you ask me. And then let's see. M says mine could be a simple yes or no. I'm not picky at all. I'm also excited to see what y'all read and interpret. Also, what not. Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, Sarah, I love you. Can you drop her comment underneath M so that I can actually read it and focus on it?
Yeah, I'll just reply to it.
That way I can actually gain her
There you go.
energy.
I just replied to it, so it should pull down. If it did it right. It should.
It did now. Awesome.
Oh, awesome, awesome. Yeah.
It just takes a second. It lags on my end.
Oh, you're good, you're good. While Cheyenne does that read, she'll present first, or whoever gets done first will present first. But I'm gonna pull for Danielle's read below with Tara. What can I expect for this new year? So that way we can start working with you.
I will do the ones that I feel comfortable with and the energy that I have to do.
Yeah,
I'll be
that's totally
completely
fine.
honest. I am
I just
drained.
figured the deity one is usually something that is kind of up your alley.
It is. And apparently, Erica, your cards are just flying out of the deck. I didn't even fully shuffle. I didn't even shuffle.
I just had that happen too. These cards just like launched out of the deck.
Just the first two, but I'll take whatever ones you want to throw at me because it's like, yeah, I know your energy's off, so let me help you out a little.
Yeah, mine just turbo blasted out of the deck.
Oh, it throws me off with Serenity.
I'm so sorry, guys, for how the cards are gonna look now, but like, Facebook just hates us.
That's why I usually just end up holding up the card when I start talking about it.
Pretty valid, pretty valid. Like, let's see. Randy says it was pretty cool. Randy also says it was a blog talk radio, not regular radio. Interesting.
It's
And
been
Danielle
a hot
said,
minute since I was down here.
Fallon.
For
I
a
actually like
reason.
being able to see you because I have it pulled up on my computer. Or see like your board, you know what I mean? Not just nothingness.
Yeah, I know.
Danielle says, I love that they're all throwing themselves out. I'm glad that you could actually see that, Danielle. I wasn't sure what you could see or not, but yeah, they were like literally falling out. Like there are more cards down than I was expecting. There's 5 cards down and I was pulling for 3.
So my altar doesn't look as dirty and gross when it's in the camera.
That's nice.
What I see?
When I was sending you videos of me putting up that tapestry, I completely like cleaned my entire altar, well, my whole bedroom really, but I cleaned also my entire altar space and reorganized everything. So it's like looking pretty nice right now.
That tapestry just it makes your walls pop.
Oh yeah, it just like totally pulls everything all together. It's really nice. I contemplated putting it on the ceiling, like right above where it's at, but I was like, I want them to be able to see it when I'm live.
And there we go. I'm not pushing for any more cards because, yeah, my energy is good. So.
That's okay. That's why I went ahead and started because I figured that I was gonna try to get through some of the reads before you showed up. I only got through one, but like, I tried. Like,
No, you're good. Sorry, guys. I had to move my candle if I want to be able to see my dang cards.
it looks so good on your end. Your camera actually looks really good.
Yeah, that's how it looks when I'm holding the lives, and
Oh my gosh, that is crazy.
what you're seeing with you is what they see with me.
I'm so sorry, Cheyenne. I did not know that. Because I do not rewatch our lives, and I don't ever have my laptop pulled up. Now I understand. Like, I knew it zoomed in, but I swear when it first updated, I swear it wasn't this bad.
It's so bad.
Like, it was bad. Like, it used to be like times 10 zoomed in. I think it's times like 80 now or something. Like, it's honestly a problem. Oh no.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
That's horrible.
So, Erica, what deity or deities should you focus on within the new year? I'm getting male vibes. Strong male vibes. He's somebody new. That's where I get where the Fool is coming into play. He's somebody new. That you've never worked with. Not new to you necessarily, because over here I'm getting this is kind of more so you when you were younger. So, and with the guy handing down to you, it's giving me the vibes. He was in your life before. He watched you when you were younger. He was there if you needed him when you were younger, but you never actually worked with him per se. Here over here is where I get more so on the deity himself. He is a very, how do I want to word that? Chaotic god. Uh, he's not within your normal pantheon. He's outside the box. I'm getting strong male vibes. I'm trying to look around because usually if I look around a little bit, I can get a idea of whom. So please bear with me. It's been a minute. Uh, he's powerful. I can feel the strength. Uh, I want to say he's in the Greek pantheon. I'm getting kind of almost like nope, that's not the name I want.
Do you want me to tell you what
Hermes.
they're saying in chat, or do you want me to let you stick on what you're sticking on right now?
No, I'm getting Hermes. I'm getting a Hermes vibe. Maybe not necessarily Hermes himself, but somebody associated within his circle. It's definitely within either the Greek or Roman pantheon. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Roman too. There's a possibility of Roman. But he's very known, but he's not what everybody wants to work with. And he's definitely been around for a while. Go ahead and tell me what the comments are saying.
Erica said I'm getting Loki. Danielle said I was also getting Loki.
No, Loki is definitely not it.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it and mess up your brainwave, but I also wanted to let you know that I could say it.
Definitely not Loki.
Danielle said I work with Hermes. He's a trickster god. If you all hear a weird noise, I'm so sorry. My cat has asthma and he's sneezing and stuff.
No worries.
Poor little fella back
Yeah,
here.
I'm definitely getting Hermes vibe. It might just be Hermes himself. The longer I stare at it, the more intuitionally I gain Hermes. I'm really feeling Hermes, and he's definitely been around you since you were a child. I'm also getting a kind of like oh, what is the name? It's a Roman god.
Brandy said I was getting Apollo.
I could get Apollo from that. I could see where you're coming from with Apollo, but I'm still getting a strong Hermes. And when my sense of strongness comes in, I gotta stick with my guns on that.
Valid.
So I think you should definitely check into Hermes and maybe dive into Roman gods until something like stands out to you. That's what I'm getting. Maybe dig into it and see what pops up. But I'm definitely getting Hermes, and I'm getting some Roman god vibes.
Don't feel bad, Atina. We're just doing random chat readings. The only important bit from this live is the secret word, which is randomly throughout the live, and then there is the partnership program at the end of the live. But at the moment, we are just doing random chat readings. Erica said Chaos and Trickster has definitely been in real life.
Yeah, I feel the chaos aspect anyway.
So I'm looking at the queue. I have Danielle's reading, and I'm pretty sure the next one after Danielle is Kimberly's reading that I said I do because you don't usually do those readings. Would you see if there's any in between Danielle and Kimberly even if they're not seeing anybody?
Yepers.
Okay, because then if not, I think after Kimberly is another deity reading. I think it's M's is the one after that. I could be wrong. Tina says, okay, sounds good. I hope everybody had a good year. Danielle said Mercury. That's a corresponding god for Hermes.
Oh, yeah, thank you. That's actually the one that I was thinking of.
I figured somebody would say it.
Somebody was going to help me at some point.
Tina, you are added to the queue. Okay, Danielle, while Cheyenne looks through the queue to make sure I'm not missing anybody, I'm going to go ahead and give you your reading. So I'm not going to pick up the cards, but I will tell you what they are, because I don't want to pick them up and then have to figure out how to get them back into you. This is the Two of Cups. This is the Nine of Cups. These fell on top of each other together. Didn't realize they were two cards. They fell completely covering the Emperor, which is right here. Those all three fell together. They literally fell stacked on top of each other like that. And then the other cards were kind of on it. We have the Ten of Wands, which fell perfectly horizontal. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles, which fell reversed. So with what's coming into the new year, like what can you expect? With the Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups, I lied. I will pick them up. With the Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups together, this is definitely giving some relationship, some connection, whether it's a friendship or like more than a friendship. I'm not sure. I would lean towards more than a friendship, but I could be wrong. However, I'm going to give this reading to you kind of as a warning. Okay, so we have these two that are coming into your life, right? The strong connection, relationship, maybe some romance, maybe some flirting, whatever is happening. But then we have the Emperor. It's in reverse. So we do have that masculine energy, but like I said, it might not necessarily be like masculine energy like a boyfriend. Like it could be that, or it could be a friendship with a male, or it could be a friendship with someone that has just an extremely strong masculine side, like very powerful, very leadery, maybe a little too controlling. And the reason I say that is because going into the Ten of Wands horizontal is where I take it as maybe letting this, I feel like the warning is not to let this person steamroll you, not to become so overwrapped in them that you sort of lose where you're working towards yourself, so to speak. Like you have a lot going for you, you're working on a lot of things, but you don't want to have your attention too divided on things that aren't actually even serving you. You don't want to become used in any capacity. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles to the Ten of Wands. Like we have two cups, we have two tens, then we have our one major arcana card, but we move over to the Ten of Pentacles, which is in reverse by our Ten of Wands. And this is showing, like, again, negativity or maybe loss or just not experiencing what you're wanting to experience, becoming more isolated. So I would really take this as a warning of whatever strong relationship, connection, or friendship is coming into your life. Be very watchful over it. Don't let anything come over and cross your boundaries. Keep your guard up. That's not saying don't allow any new connections or relationships to come into your life, but just make sure that you're following your intentions, like, and you're not letting negativity come into your life, if that makes sense. Now, it's not like a super positive reading, so I kind of wanted to give it more as a warning to look out for it, to not let that happen. But nonetheless, that is what the reading is.
You didn't miss any readings between M and Kimberly.
Oh, great. Atina says the drive was 8 hours long. Oh, geez. So I will do Kimberly's after I get Daniel's, because I know I don't think you do those reads, do you?
Okay, I am doing M's for as we speak. Oh, for the Tarot Partnership Program, the secret word is new beginning. Please don't put that in the comments, but keep that in mind if you're going to sign up. The sign up post was posted starting at 7 o'clock when the live went.
Nice. Thank you. I didn't do that. I was going to let you have your thunder.
But
Good
again,
now.
I will say it one more time. It is new beginning.
NEW space BEGINNINGS. Pretty sure I spelled that right.
Yes.
Goody. Danielle
Really
says,
hyper focused on how you spelled that.
thank you, because I was like, imagine I messed this up right now. Like, Danielle says, thank you. I will definitely keep my eye out on things. M says, upholding boundaries seems to be a huge theme in a lot of lives lately. Very
Yeah,
true.
that seems to be my life.
Valen, I
Sarah
am.
has given me about 100 reads in the past year that tells me the same thing.
Why does every time Cheyenne asks me for a reading, it say like almost the same thing? It's like, dude, do you not remember the last reading? Is literally what the cards are basically saying.
Hey, you remember that new aspect that I told you about? You went the wrong way. I need you to go back.
Yeah, you need to revisit, recalculate, and make different decisions.
Oh, man.
Oof. Tina says the mountains of going to LA from the valley work crazy foggy and nonstop, very heavy traffic that cost me more pain than everything. And by the way, I got myself a new tattoo this weekend for $50, Phantom of the Opera tattoo. Hmm. And Danielle, you're in the queue.
Y'all just want Shy to do reads tonight.
Yeah, that's what they heard. They said Cheyenne likes deity readings. We got it. I don't mind doing yes or no deity readings, but like in-depth deity readings, like you just do them a lot better than I do.
I don't know. It just comes to me. I just stare at the pictures.
I think maybe because I don't personally work with any deities, I don't do deity readings as well.
I could see that. All right. I don't know how well this is going to answer your question because I don't know whom you think is around you right now, to be exact. But what I can tell you is the deity that's around you is a old god of some sort. Definitely is involved with the other side and has strong roots and connections to water and the earth. That's just at a first glance. It's definitely a god, not a goddess. They have a very strong presence in your life.
Oh, jeez.
Let's see. My candle smells really good.
I'm very glad.
If you ever want a good smelling candle, Alpine Forest is a great one to go. It's herbal, citrus, and red cedar.
Nice.
He's been here for a while. He watched over you before he ever even made his presence known. He's very respected, and he definitely wants to work with you, but he's not giving you anything. He's not giving me a name at all. But I can feel his presence. Like, he's actually, like, currently around you. Like, that's how strong of a presence I can feel of him.
Do you think
And
maybe, sorry, I was gonna say, do you
no,
think maybe it's one of those where like he wants her to know that like he's really there, but like she has to find the name herself, kind of thing.
Yeah, I
'Cause I
think
know
so.
sometimes they're picky
He's
about that.
he's very his energy feels very warm and welcoming. But I think he wants you to figure out who he is.
I don't personally work with deities, but I know they're kind of similar in a sense to like spirit animals and such, where they're like, you gotta figure me out. Like put in that work to figure him out, kind of thing.
Yeah, some can be. Especially if they're stubborn. Or if the person's stubborn and they don't want to believe it's them.
Also valid.
I've had those reads. I hope that makes sense, Em.
Let's see. Oh, I shook the card. Not the card, the freaking phone.
But I'm definitely not getting anything else from it. That's all he's allowing me to get.
Yeah, Em, go ahead and say who you think it is. M says, I've been getting a lot of antler imagery lately, but I've been writing it off. Brandy said, like Cernonos, if I spelled that right. And M said, is it possible they have no given name? But then M said, I had a feeling it was either him, as in Cernonos, or Hernine, the hunter. I definitely said that wrong.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I could get vibes from that. He's earth and water oriented, for sure. He's very powerful, he's very known, and he's old. That's all I'm really getting from him. But he's definitely around you, and he's there. He knows you know. That may not help any, but he knows you know.
Hmm. M says I've been experimenting with connecting to local spirits in Oklahoma too, so I wasn't sure if maybe I connected with someone here.
No, he's definitely a god. Connection with the dead of some sort, but he's a god. Strong pull towards the earth and the sea. Not necessarily the ocean when I say the sea. I just mean water in general. Moving water, I should say.
Not Brendy, oh my God, geez, my brain. Brandy said that she had a feeling it was Cernonos as soon as you said it. Sorry, guys. After working today and then doing a bunch of cleaning, my brain is like on zones.
I could see where you're getting Cernonos. I've worked with him a couple times, and he usually gives me that warm feeling when he's around me. So I could see it. I could see it. But it's like he doesn't want me to give you the name because you know it.
Is your candle lit?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, dude, is her candle lit or is it just open? I was like staring at that trying to figure it out. M says that helps narrow it down for sure. Is there a way to clarify to connect better with him, like meditations, dreams, or other ways?
Offhand, just by brain knowledge. My own personal knowledge. Um, when I first tried branching out to connect with him, I can tell you he really worked well with my first time connecting to him being outdoors and surrounded by nothing but nature and myself. There's also a good YouTube video from Mir as well that is called Cernonos's meditation. that is also a really nice vibey meditation music that could help you open up those pathways as well.
And not connecting to a specific deity, but ways that if I'm, like, for instance, in nature, if I'm trying to open myself up and receive signs and connect, um, you could do cloud scrying. You could scry in water while you're just submerged in nature and have nothing else going on. I feel like cloud scrying is a really good way that I can see signs when I'm trying
If
to
you
look for
do
something.
any kind of divination, you can do it outside as well to try to reach out to them.
Yeah, if there's like a
It does
specific type
well
of
with
divination that would
pendulum.
work well. I was waiting to see if she said anything else before I read for Kimberly.
You're A-okay. You're on Kimberly's, right?
Yep, I'm gonna do Kimberly's reading. You don't do those types of readings, do you?
No,
Okay, yeah, I didn't think so. I was pretty sure, but I wasn't 100%.
not even in the slightest bit.
After M's read,
M says, I'll definitely be digging in more. I'm going to go hiking next weekend. Thank you. Scrying is something I'm working on. I'm best with cards, but mine are sick of me currently. I think my divination tools want me to actually handle them more because the last couple months it's been rough.
so after Kimberly, the next is Atina, but would you want to do Danielle's reading, which is after that, which is another deity reading?
Yes, I can do that. Are you gonna do it, Tina?
Yeah, I'll do Kimberly's now, and then I'll do Atina's next.
Sounds good.
Since you're on like a deity roll,
Uh, Working with Aries, but I'm not sure if he wants to or if I'm being called to go. So your question is pretty much if Aries wants to work with you or if he's being called to you. Okay, I can pick that. Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
oh, Danielle says Carol has one before her.
Where did I miss Carol?
I'm
I
not
thought it
sure.
was after.
I'm scrolling through all. See. Thank you, by the way, for catching that.
Oh, yep, Carol does have one. She is right. Carol, I'll do yours first. Danielle, I'll do yours next.
Oh yeah, Carol's was right after Atina. I see that. Thank you, Danielle.
Yep, I see it now.
So sorry, Carol. I'm not trying to skip you. You just blended right in with Atina's, I think.
My bad, Carol.
Carol says she can wait till the end. No, no, no. You'll get your reading
No,
now. You don't have to wait till the end.
we do it
We're
in order.
Yes, we do it mostly in the order, but we have to make sure that they fit each other's vibes. So, Kimberly. Kimberly's question is, what does tarot want me to know about my fertility journey at this time? Okay, well, when I said the word journey, the tarot cards were trying to take me on a journey, okay? Like, we have 6 cards out here right now. I put 3 cards back. I know where the cards fell and I relatively know what they were, but like, I was not about to go that in depth. Like, love you, Kimberly, but that was a lot of cards. So, let's go into it. It's really going to take us through this journey. So I'm going to read the cards. Do not panic while I read the cards. Just let me say my message. Because it's not bad, but just don't panic. Card number 1 is the Four of Pentacles. Next is the Tower. And then Strength. And then the Magician reversed. The Page of Wands reversed. Then I had 3 other reversed cards that I removed. And I just wanted it to get to the point, which was the King of Pentacles upright. Because as much as I'm going to go into detail for you, I wasn't about to need every single second along the way. Thank you, Danielle, for saying that, by the way. Anyway, so going into it, the Four of Pentacles is, I feel, right at like the beginning, right? Whenever I'm taking this as like a pregnancy journey. This is what this is giving me. Whenever you find out the news of, having a baby, I feel like it's going to put you at a peace moment. It's going to make you feel really connected within yourself. You're going to really enjoy that moment of clarity. Then for the Tower, I think that is not necessarily like bad, but just the sudden changes that are going to happen while you're pregnant. And it's no longer going to be about like putting you first, and it's not always going to be what does Kimberly want. You know what I mean? You have to include in the baby, and then also just adjusting that scenario with your entire life. It's going to be a lot of changes, but you're going to find strength in that. You're going to have a lot of strength in that. Whenever it's time, when you have the baby, you're going to find a lot of strength in that. You're going to learn a lot of lessons, and you're going to develop much more strength, a lot more courage, and it's going to be a really powerful experience. After the fact, after you have the baby. The Magician in reverse and the Page of Wands in reverse, and then we have multiple other cards in reverse. It's going to be a journey of trying to get back to balancing the family that you already have, the new family that you would be including, and yourself and all of your hobbies, and just trying to find the balance, trying to not lose yourself in that, but also enjoy every aspect. And it's really hard to carry all of those plates and do all of those things at once and find balance. And it's not going to be a quick journey. There was 2 cards here, there was 3 more. It's not going to be a quick journey. But I wanted to get to the end. I wanted to see where we were going after this journey, because right after, and for a time period, it's not going to be quick. I'm not saying it's going to be 6 months. I'm not going to say it's going to be 4 years. I don't know. The journey is not set on like a timeline. The journey is set within yourself. But when you get to not the end of your journey, but the end of that chapter, when you can close all of the mayhem and stress and the new things and the changes and doing everything, it's not all going to be negative, but it's just going to be a lot. Not necessarily bad, but just like feeling the pressure, feeling the weight of everything that you're carrying. You're going to get to a point of peace. You're going to get to a point where you feel powerful in your shoes, and you feel like you have the things that you wanted to have. You have the family that you wanted to have. You got to have the experiences and gain the wisdom that it is that you wanted, but it is in fact going to be a journey. And sorry that I got rid of the 3 cards. I just wanted it to really just get to the damn point. So that was why I just skipped the 3 and read us to the last one. But that's your reading. I hope you find some insight from it. And sorry for the PSA warning, but whenever people see the Tower card, sometimes they flip out. And I didn't want to scare you going into the reading, especially given the sensitivity of the reading. But that is the reading in its entirety. I always like doing those readings.
I don't.
Yeah, I know they're not for Cheyenne, but I do enjoy them.
I got you on deity all day long.
Any deity reads, I'll be throwing them to Cheyenne, don't worry. I'm just gonna wait to see what Kimberly says.
That's fine. While you're doing that, I do have Carol's read, and all she asked was, what do they want her to know? So what they really want you to know is to work on yourself and block out the outside world from your thoughts, your ever waking thoughts and moments. Block all of that out and focus internally on you. You have a lot of healing that you need to work on. You have new self-discoveries that you haven't even gotten to yet, but they're in your path and they're there for you to discover. You have a lot of emotional turmoil that you need to work on. And you need to also remember that you can rely on others to help you in your journey, but not to push too much of that on others. Remember to take responsibility for yourself, your actions, and your own emotions. But don't let them bottle up, because if you bottle them up, it's just going to freeze you in place and keep you from achieving what you were meant to achieve. And keep you stuck in place and keep you from going further and doing the things that you were meant to do in your life.
Hey, Carol, how similar did that read sound to mine earlier?
That's what I got for you. That is your message, and it was pretty quick, simple, and sweet, to be honest.
I just thought it was funny because I did a reading for Carol. That was the one I had did before, and I always love when Carol compares the readings. I did put in chat queue closed, so any messages, like any requests after that, will not be taken because the queue is now closed, but we will finish out all the people in. And while we wait for what Carol says, Kimberly says, that's funny. It really did start over. Like, reminded me of when I was pregnant with my first one. We've been just trying for a second one, but you saying that I will have the family I desire or want gives me hope. Well, I'm glad that you like the reading, and I hope that you get the family that it's your craving. Let's see. Let me get Atina's cards thrown down.
My cards are on fire tonight.
Whoa! Atina, we're not reading that many cards. The deck needs to stop. My deck is just being really like wordy today. It doesn't want to get to the point. Every time I do a reading, there's like 10 cards or something. Like,
before I do Danielle, or read Danielle's out, I want to go down through.
you cut out. What did you say?
I wanted to read down through the comments real quick.
Oh, okay.
Right, that's anything. Oh, so I know you said that the queue was closed and all.
Did someone else put one? If so, it's fine. If you want one,
No.
obviously, you can have one.
It was me. It's
Honestly, Cheyenne, I usually give you a reading at the end of these lives, don't I? That's like, Cheyenne is like, oh, we're doing a live, that means I get to read.
It's totally me, guys. I just want to know something. Am I going to commit murder this year? No, I'm kidding.
Say that better not be the read. I can't do that online. Carol says, yes, lots of healing coming in, and I feel if I push it away, I know I'm not dealing with it. I just don't really know where to start. I thought you were gonna say shadow work, and I was like, no, please no. The fact, like the readings, Cheyenne, that I did for Carol was what healing she needed to do in January, and it was like pretty much the same thing that you said. And unfortunately, Carol, I think your best course of action, like I mentioned in my reading, is really looking in. You're going to have to work through those things. And unfortunately, that does in fact usually mean shadow work. But in your case specifically, don't do it alone. You need a support system. Support system, shadow work, journal, self-love. That's your prescription up by online Dr. Sarah. Just kidding, not a doctor. That's not medical advice. A disclaimer. So thank God, only 3 cards for this one because sheesh kebabs, I was not about to do another reading with about 10 million cards. I love y'all, but I can only read so many cards per reading.
I'm gonna laugh if they all come out as mine. Do you want to read Atina's first since she was in before Danielle?
Yeah, just put me on the spot, why don't you? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I can.
If not, it's fine. I got my read. I can answer Danielle's question. It's pretty simple. Aries is definitely the one reaching out to you, but he's not necessarily ready for you to talk to him because you haven't learned something within yourself. You haven't healed something within yourself. You haven't looked deep enough within yourself to find that spark that he's looking for. that he needs you to have before he's ready to take you on his journey that he has for you. Yes, he is there. Yes, he hears you, but he knows you're not ready internally. You need to do whatever it is you need to look deep within yourself and figure out what it is that is, I'm going to use the word tormenting your inner soul, and you need to figure out a way to let that go so that spark inside of you is ready for the lessons and the journey that he has put forth for you. I don't know how else to put that, I'll be honest.
Everyone in chat is cracking me up with the Dr. Sarah thing. And then Dawn says, you know, Carol sounds like shadow work is exactly what I'm so sorry, Carol. Um, do you want me to go ahead? Oh, Danielle says, I think I do know what it is. I'm just having trouble letting it go, but I'm glad that he is there to work with me.
Yeah, no problem. This was the first one that popped out, and it immediately was Aries. When I saw Temperance, I was like, it's blocking of herself, and with the Ace of Wands, it's something to do with a spark within yourself that he needs you to clear up. So if you want to work with him and you want to get that communication rolling, that's what you need to do. You need to let it go.
Danielle says it's really funny that they fell out like that. And
Yeah, these
Carol
two were
said,
on top of
Dawn,
each
come
other.
on now. So, Atina, for your reading, I'm going to be honest. What was taking me a really hard time, I'm just going to be really honest, is I'm trying to figure out a way to word this nicely because the cards are not being nice right now. And so I didn't want to I didn't want to answer it too bluntly, but the cards are not being nice. Before I get into it though, Carol says Cheyenne and Sarah know exactly why I say that, laugh crying. Poor Carol is always getting it in these lives, always telling her to do her shadow work, and she never does it.
See, Carol, I'm not the only one that don't listen.
I remember a lot of Carol's readings, and tell me why 99% of them always say the same thing. And tell me why Carol asks the same question. The cards are going to keep telling you if you listen. So, Atina says, I'm wondering if I'm going to have a good year this year, and that's my questions for the tarot cards. And I got reversed Ace of Wands, reversed Strength, and Four of Cups horizontal. And I'm going to tell you what the cards are predicting as of right now, and I'm going to provide some advice so that way that doesn't happen. For Ace of Wands and the Strength reversed, it's really talking about a lot of creative blocks, a lot of unused energy, maybe feeling like burnout. Maybe you're just blocking yourself by your fears and your anxieties. Maybe you're following on self-destructive impulses. Maybe you just aren't allowing yourself to be the baddest bitch that you can be because you're nervous about something, you're scared about something, you don't want people to judge you, you're focusing on what others think too much. I'm not really sure exactly, but I think you know what's causing you some blockages. And that leads us into the Four of Cups horizontal. And that's basically saying that if you just because the new year ticks over doesn't mean last year's problems go away. And I know that's not very nice, but it is very honest. Just because the calendar year changes, you're not any different than you were the day before. You have to put in the work to feel that differently. And you can achieve really good things. You have a lot of stuff going on. You're just being blocked by stuff that you can work through. You do have the ability to work through and you have the ability to change. But if you don't work on it, you're going to end up spending the entire year kind of just like turning a blind eye to it, and kind of think of it like you could be having a really in-depth conversation with yourself, but you're just having small talk and asking the same question every day. And If you want to really unlock that full creativity that you have and be able to do all the things that you really want to do, you're going to have to stop standing in the way of yourself. And you don't want to spend another year like the year prior where like you could have taken a step forward, but you don't. And that is the reading that I have for you. Erica says, I always hate when I'm reading and the cards are just waking up and choosing violence. That's exactly how I'm feeling, Erica. Thank you for captioning the crisis that's happening over here. I was just staring at the cards and I was like, well, guys, that's not very nice to Atina. Can we be a little nicer? But they really didn't want to be. Danielle says, thank you both for my readings. I've got some work to do. Laugh, cry emoji. M says, shadow work can be so daunting, though. It's nice to hide in the light for a minute or two. Carol says, no jokes aside, I've had a major death in my family, so I know that healing and emotions is coming from that. Yes, all jokes aside, I do understand that that is where a lot was coming from. I think my reading was really talking a lot about that.
I know exactly how you feel, Carol. Tomorrow marks 4 weeks since my pap's passing, and that is why I took a small hiatus from all of my groups because I'm still not mentally right by any means. So I do completely understand how you feel, and I do understand how healing is hard and rough, especially when it comes to the grieving process when you're so close to somebody. Oh, I said that without crying. I did good.
Great job, Cheyenne. Big hugs. I'm very proud.
A little teary-eyed, but I did good.
I'll wipe your tears virtually. Pat, pat.
It does get better. I knew it was coming too. It was 4 years in the running of borrowed time, so it doesn't make it any easier though.
I do not know if Atina is still in the chat. So the last reading is Cheyenne's, right?
Yeah.
Do you want a tarot reading or a playing card reading?
Whatever you feel called to do, my love. In the meantime, I am going to jump over to our notes real quick.
Wait, do you have a yes or no question, or are you just wanting a reading?
I have a lot of questions, so whatever your go off of your intuition.
Okay, well, we'll do a playing card. Do you just want me to give you an answer, or do you want to tell me the
Yep.
question? Okay.
Yep.
I was gonna say, 'cause you don't have. I was like, 'cause you don't have to tell me the question. I just wanted to make sure I was giving you a visit you're wanting. Danielle said, I'm holding a grudge against someone. I think that's what I need to let go because it's blocking me from things creativity as well. I didn't do that reading, Danielle, but I will say if you're holding a grudge, it's definitely going to block you. You have to think about it. Whoever you're holding the grudge against, they're the ones that like damaged you or caused the issue, and they get to go on living their life guilt-free, so there's no reason that you should still be held back by that person or that thing.
Absolutely.
There are a lot of condolences for you in the chat. And yeah, Carol, no worries. I know why you brought it all in.
Oh, it's okay, Carol. This is, again, all a part of what you consider the grieving process. You got to learn to talk about it. You need to learn to work through the memories, and it's good to talk about. It wasn't good to talk about my first week. It's good to talk about.
Erica says, I second this. If anyone ever needs to talk, she is around.
Much love, Erica.
Unseen Witches Society has a really, really great support by everybody, and it's really nice. Okay, so Cheyenne, I'm getting 3 questions, so I'm going to do 3 pools for you, okay?
Sounds good.
Question number 1. The answer is a big-ass no. A big-ass no. The reasoning for our answer for this one is just because you can do it doesn't mean you have to, right? Everybody has to hold their weight, and things are supposed to be more equal, and the weight needs to be spread out better. So the answer is big ass no. That's one of them. Let's put those back in
How
there.
you ruined my plans.
What?
No, just kidding.
Let's see. Let's see what else. Cheyenne always loves the readings I have. The cards always have some interesting stuff. Danielle says that's true. I wish things happened differently and that I hope things play out in favor of my family and I because it's still an ongoing issue in general, which is why I'm having trouble letting it go. Letting go issues that are ongoing is extremely difficult. And the advice that I'm going to give is going to be one of those things where it's like, yeah, easier said than done. But you can only focus on the things that you can control. If you can't control it, no matter how much you think about it, it's not going to change it.
Yeah, I'm having a little issues with that myself recently. So,
And like, I know that's not great advice, but
it's a truthful advice.
yeah, it's like maybe my cards are so blunt because I am, but like that's not like a cushy advice, but that is the reality that you don't need to burden yourself with things that it does not matter what you do. Okay, number two, question number two, I feel like was brought on by a like situation that was maybe like unexpected, like you weren't expecting to be put in the position that you got put in, but it kind of really works out in your favor. And if it's benefiting you, then even though it did come from like an uncanny, unwanted, or maybe unpleasant situation, if it's working out in your benefit, as long as you're still like being a good person and holding to your morals, what does it matter if you benefit a little from the situation? That's number two.
That gives me hope. That gives me good hope.
Danielle says this is great advice. I'll have to switch my mindset to that. Oh, I'm glad that was helpful. Carol says, Sarah, are you an Aries? Well, before I say my zodiac sign, does anybody else want to put a guess in the chat? Cheyenne, you know it, so don't say it. Like, you don't get the guess. You can guess last, Cheyenne. Rosalind said, so cool that you read playing cards. I found my grandmother's deck not that long ago. Well, guess what, guys? Cheyenne eventually will be able to read playing cards too, because
I got this because I have them downstairs because I wanted to play around with them while I was meditating after this live. So, look what Sarah gifted me, guys. When it shows up in the thing. Okay, there we go. Here's
Carol,
the
no worries about
packs of
asking. I
them.
loved the question.
And look how gorgeous they are.
Yeah, I was like, guys, this is perfect. Cheyenne must have it. Like, what is better than playing cards with zodiacs? Like, what?
It is perfect. It is gorgeous. I love every last detail in these cards.
I'm so
I
happy.
fell in love with them as soon as I opened them.
I am so happy. I was like, I really, really wanted you to be able to, like, I was like, she has to be able to connect to them, or she's not going to be able to, like, read with them. So I was like, feeling up all the cards, like, well, what's Cheyenne? Like, but I'm very glad that you like them. So we have a
Guys,
second.
I'll give you guys a hint. She's a May baby.
Danielle said Sagittarius. Brandy said Cancer. Carol said you're a fire sign. Erica said Taurus. Thank you, Erica. I knew that you knew too, so thank you for not immediately putting it in the chat. I appreciate it.
That's why I just gave a hint instead.
No, I knew Erica knew it. Like, I know for sure Erica knew my zodiac, so I was glad that she didn't just put it in chat immediately. Everybody says that they like the cards.
Thank you, guys. They are absolutely adorable. I fell in love. I was in love as soon as I opened them.
Yes, Carol, I am really a Taurus. Got that earth sign eating it up. Like, so. And I
would love to see those Jurassic World cards.
Dinos are very cute, Danielle. And yes, I am definitely stubborn. I definitely like my food. I definitely fit the themes of importance. So, last read of the night, for Cheyenne, question number 3. This one started unexpected, but not unexpected in a bad way. Like it was like a good thing that like happened with maybe a little negative connotations, but not really that much. This one doesn't really seem like as much of an important question. Like the other two felt like important questions. This kind of just feels like something lingering in the background. Maybe this one
It
has
is.
something to do with like I don't know. It's definitely not as important. It's just there. And the answer to that one is yes. Not like an insanely strong yes, because again, I don't feel like the answer like this is not like a life or death question. This is not like a super serious question, but the answer is yes, but not like a strong-fisted yes, but still a yes nonetheless.
Okay. Well, that one's good. The very first one disappointed me.
Sad face.
That's probably because I have a lot of anger
Yeah,
issues
I was getting a lot of
towards
like
this situation.
yeah, the first one I there was some feels up in that first one. The second one seemed a little bit more beneficial, a little less feels, but still kind of serious. The last one just seemed kind of like a question.
I appreciate all the reads.
You're
I
welcome. I
kind
hope
of
they
feel
were
more
somewhat.
comfortable with my playing cards.
I hope they were like somewhat accurate to what you were thinking.
They are.
Awesome,
They're
because I don't
good.
always get to read. I don't always get to read for people without a question, and I always love not actually knowing what the question is and getting to read. That's like my favorite.
That's why I do it to you every time we're on.
Thank you. I need the challenge.
You like
Carol
to
says
challenge me behind closed doors, so I should challenge you in
in the
person.
public. Like, thank you. Carol says it's when you said sometimes I'm as blunt as my card. I was like, haha, she is Aries. Danielle says she is a Taurus also. Erica says all of my kids are except one. And then Carol says I have the Hocus Pocus cards. Well, I have loved chatting with everybody, but we really need to hop into the next program to get a roll on with things. So I'm going to read us our prompt. For the next program, Terra Partnership Program, if you're wanting to sign up, you will need to keep a word that was dropped in chat. You'll need to sign up on the documents. But here is the prompt. The question is, how well will your partner stick to their New Year goals? Or you can use this spread. So you can either just ask the question, how well will your partner stick to their New Year's goals? Or you can use the spread I'm about to read. And I will also put the spread in chat in case you can see it. But card number 1, what do you want to achieve this year? Card number 2, what challenges will you face this year? Card number 3, what do you need to remember to get over those hurdles? Card number 4, what do you need to release from last year?
The dates for this time around are the signups are going to run from tonight, January 4th, through January 11th. That is an entire week. The names will then go out on January 12th. The partnership will run from January 12th through February 28th. Yes, guys, a whole month of being able to get this taken care of. And then the Google form for your feedback will be due on March 1st because you guys are pretty well good at getting everything back. Now we can always work with that if you guys need an extra day, but March 1st will be the date that we are expecting the feedback to be due.
Woohoo! Em says this will be her first partnership. We're glad to have you. We are hoping extending the dates will be able to extend out where more people can sign up because you have a lot longer to sign up and a lot longer to do the program. So I will just repeat the dates real quick. Sign-ups go up January 1st. Nope, I just lied. Sign-ups go up January 4th, today, 2026. And the sign-ups go through January 11th, 2026. Names will go out January 12th, 2026. Anytime on January 12th. Cheyenne and I are busy little people sometimes. So you will know because you'll get a message and the group chat will go crazy. If it is January 13th and you don't have your name, feel free to raise your pitchforks and come for us. But until then, please give us the day. The partnerships will run through January 12th, 2026, when the group chat goes crazy, through February 28th, 2026. The Google form will be due on March 1st, 2026. If somebody needs extra time, we will allow extra time only for the Google form. And those are our dates.
A quick recap of the requirements since it has been a minute. Rules and requirements for the Tarot Partnership Program. If you sign up, you are committing to perform at least one read with your partner each. You have between January 12th through February 28th to both complete your read. You are agreeing to be privately messaged by whom you are partnered with. You must give each other feedback on the reading, what resonated and what doesn't make fully sense. If you could get more clarity on something, reads can be done via Facebook video chat or just messaging. Remember, you cannot force anybody to do anything they do not want to do. So please be mindful when it comes down to that. If you do not complete your read, you cannot sign up for the next partnership sign up. We will be checking. If you do not complete your read 3 times, you will no longer be able to sign up for the partnership program. You acknowledge and agree to be added into a group chat with all participants and friends for communication purposes. The group chat is mandatory in order to participate. You are agreeing to be in the group chat and stay in the group chat. If you need or wish to leave, please let an admin know. You are required to answer all polls, icebreakers, and interactive questions that are dropped in the chat throughout each partnership. You must keep up with your communication with your partner as well as Sarah and I. There are going to be times where the chat may be popping, and there are going to be times where it is quite quiet. It depends on what is going on in everybody's life, but that chat is there for everybody's communication. Remember to be respectful and courteous to each other in the group chat. The chat is there to communicate, learn, share, and be a safe haven for each practitioner. You are required to fill out the feedback link at the end of the program. The link to this will be dropped in the group chat the day after the partnership concludes. There is a 3-strike rule in place for the Tarot Partnership Program. Strike 1, you will sit out for the next partnership and then complete a trial read with Sarah or I. Strike 2, you will sit out for 2 partnerships and complete a trial read with Sarah or I. And strike 3, you will no longer be able to participate in the Tarot Partnership Program. Yes, we have had to discipline in the past. No, we do not enjoy disciplining. We do enjoy being able to go through the partnership, but they are there to enforce what we are asking from every one of you, because without you guys, this partnership also does not run as well.
Yeah, and we are really understanding. Like, just communicate. Like, just literally just tell us. Just be honest. Just let us know. We're not like your teacher. You're not going to get sent to the principal's office. Like, you just let us know what's going on. The rules are just there because if someone's promised to get a reading, they need to get the reading within the time frame, and we have to be respectful to everybody's time and energy. So I'm going to catch up with some of the comments before we end this out. Erica says she is looking forward to this. Danielle, she likes the new layout of the time frame. We are glad. We wanted it to be more appeasable to everyone because a whole month to do one reading and give one feedback is really possible for a lot of people, even if you're like kind of busy. Carol says I haven't done one in so long, but I definitely am this month. M says I have been waiting for forever, but I haven't felt my own confidence in a hot minute. Well, a lot of people have said that these readings give them a lot of confidence. Kimberly asks if times are in Eastern Standard Time. Yes, all times are in Eastern Standard Time for the Tarot Partnership Program.
I am on the East Coast, and so is Sarah, so everything will always be Eastern Standard Time when it comes to all of our stuff.
Carol, to address your question, you can provide, I'm going to say this, you can provide your readings via pictures and text, with voice notes, with videos, with a YouTube video. We've had people do it in person. You can provide your reading in whatever format you provide it, but please, for the love of everything great, ladies, do not peer pressure your partner. Yes, we have had this happen before. No, it is not fun. We are all adults. Like, yes, it is one thing to try to help your partner step out of their box and be like, hey, do you want to try a video? There's no judgment on how well the video goes, because I just know, like, sometimes people don't want to do videos because they're nervous, and if that's the case, I'm a really open book. That's fine. But don't make your partner feel pressured to do their reading in a way that they don't want to do it. Some people just want to type their readings, and that's a-okay. Some people want to do their readings on a video, and that's a-okay.
And also, ladies, please keep in mind that everybody does their readings in different ways and in their own comfort. Don't ever make somebody feel in a way that you wouldn't want to feel yourself.
Now, treat others the way that you want to be treated, the golden rule, and that's usually a good way.
Other than that, have fun, enjoy. If you're ever partnered with me, you will learn very quickly. I do not enjoy doing anything over the phone.
I think I've only done one reading on the phone, I think. And maybe even
done one. I have done one, and that was with Kelly. Kelly brought me out of my comfort zone, and she was like, I would really like to try this because she never tried one either. And I was like, all right, we can try this together. And it went well. Don't get me wrong. It did. It went really well. She made me feel really comfortable. It was as if I was just talking to a friend.
Yeah.
But it's still nerve-wracking, and it's not my thing.
I like doing them via video because then I can do them like at whatever time feels comfortable to me. Like when I have the energy, when I'm in the moment, I like it. Sometimes when I'm doing it on a phone call, I feel like I schedule it too much where it doesn't feel as natural.
Sometimes I feel like I have to, if I'm on a video, I have to force my reads. I like to do my cards and then go back onto the YouTubes and video what I'm saying. And if I'm doing certain types of reads, I won't even video it until I wrote everything down on a piece of paper so I don't trip up.
Fair. M says, I love to sit with my cards for a while, so I'd probably be awkward on the phone, so much dead air. Carol said, just do what you're comfortable with. Exactly. Just do whatever you're comfortable with. It doesn't matter what method you use, just whatever you want to use. Brandy says she likes the dead air sometimes. And I think that's the thing is like, it's just communicate with your partner. You don't have to decide how you're going to do the reading immediately. Just say, like, just throw down how you're feeling and let your partner say it back. And also, I just wanted to say that for the partnership programs, you're not limited to just doing the one reading and the feedback. Like, you can talk to your partner about tarot stuff. I can't promise that your partner is going to be somebody that's chatty. For instance, like, sometimes if you get a reading with me, sometimes I'm a lot more chatty. But if I'm slammed for work that entire week, I'm not going to be as chatty. Since we do have a month, there will be times that people will probably be a little more chatty, a little less chatty. I'll also say, since we have it like for a month, give your partners some grace. I would say if you go like 48 to 72 hours and you don't hear anything from your partner, then it's fine to reach out to Cheyenne or I to make sure that like your partner is still responding. But don't like expect them to respond every single second because people do have lives.
I'm a busy cat. I'm even busier now.
Yeah. Well, the next live, guys, is not going to be until March 8th. So that's also a big difference. We are not doing our lives every month. They're going to be every other month. So you will not see us live again until March 8th. So if you want to interact and be involved in all the tarot stuff, then you would need to sign up for the partnership because then you'll be involved in the group chat and everything. But besides that, you'll see Cheyenne and I individually doing our own lives before then, but you will not see us together doing a live until March 8th, 2026.
Yippers.
And that's all I've got.
That is all I have as well, and I really hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I hope your start to the new year, it goes off with a bang in a good way.
Yeah, I was like, preference.
Compared to how some people might.
Carol says, thank you so very much for your time and energy. Danielle says, thank you both. I can't wait to start this. Carol says, thank you both. M says, thank you, ladies. This is so exciting. Have a great night. And so we will end it here because Cheyenne and I are getting awkward because we've been socially interacting for so long.
Yep.
Erica asked, did we do the phrase for the sign up? Yes, we did. It was dropped in the middle of the live. I will say, ladies, it is going to be a little harder to identify the word because it's not like going to be in the normal format that they used to be. It's just going to be randomly in the live. So we do apologize, but I will preference this right here. We will never say it in the middle of someone's reading. So like if we're like let's say I'm doing a reading for Erica, I'm not going to just randomly say it in the middle of the reading for Erica because I understand when we're pointing at the cards and we're giving a reading to somebody, sometimes it's hard to focus really well because you're not connecting to it because it's not a reading for you. It will never be said in the middle of the reading. It might be said in between people's readings because that's what the entire live is, but it will not be said mid-reading. We should probably say that next live too.
Yes. We'll work on. I'll edit that. Also, just because it is the very first one, I will say I did it about halfway, at the halfway point of an hour, somewhere in there,
Somewhere around there.
just to be a little helpful because it is the first one and everything's a little wonky.
Yeah, and Cheyenne was the one who said it, so like it wasn't said until she was in the live also.
Yeah, I had to be present, guys.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna spoil it without Cheyenne. Like, okay, guys, well, we'll be done yapping your ear off now. I hope everyone has a great night and blessed be.
Blessed be, ladies.
Oh my gosh, I have to end the live.
Yes, you do.
Bye, guys.
Blessed be.